Alright guys, it's Shalom with the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I am doing a Paradoxical Impressions. I'm going to cover two games. I'm going to cover Aliens Colonial Marines and Alien Isolation. Now normally I would split this into two different videos because they are different styles of games, but since they're both in the Alien franchise, I figured I would just lump them together in case I catch any of those Alien franchise fans out there. So first I'm going to start with Aliens Colonial Marines. It is a first-person shooter. Let me tell you, the graphics in this game are absolutely unbelievable. I am not ashamed to admit that a couple of times I got a little creeped out. You know, the scenery, the settings, they're absolutely perfect. They did a good job of holding true to the layout of the Aliens movie. Now, it kind of breaks canon a little bit. If you're an Aliens fan, you're going to get a little bit upset with the breaking of the canon that they did. We all know that the Sulaco left the planet that blew up. It was on its way back, and then it got, you know, there's a lot of things that they broke away from in order to do the game. I think they did the game flawlessly. The graphics are unbelievable. The cutscenes are clearly movie-quality cinematics. The gameplay graphics are great all the way through. On the graphics, this is one of the games that got hit with fines in Europe because they said the imagery that you're showing doesn't represent actual gameplay. Still, I think that the graphics are top shelf. The audio, the music, the sound effects, those sharp horns, those sharp violins, they're going to make you jump, scare the crap out of you. They did a really great job of the attention to details on the weapons sound effects. A lot of times in games, you get the same, it doesn't matter what you're shooting, you hear the same sound effect. The weapons are all individual, really well done in that regard. The immersion, I actually cared about my character. I felt a deep connection to the supporting cast. I don't want to give away any spoilers with the story because it is really, really well done. But I actually did care about my supporting cast and the side stories. As you play the game, they make little comments to each other, kind of fills in the gaps. Easy gameplay. It's a standard first-person shooter configuration. I had one little confusing problem with the extra weapons. I didn't realize that I've got like the magical sack of like 19 weapons on my side. You are sometimes forced to those other weapons due to ammo concerns. And then that's where I ran into the problem. I had 0 rounds on my primary weapon, 0 rounds on my secondary weapon. And then it was like, well, wait a minute. I know that I've got other weapons. So that's the only knockdown I'm going to give them on the easy gameplay. But it's really easy to figure out. It's just B, press and hold B, you open up your interface. Overall, the game is unbelievable. I bought the game and I did about 14 straight hours in it, and then an extra 6 the next day to finish out the main storyline. And then I got all the downloadable content, so there's this whole other side arc, which I think is really well done. I wish they would take that information and do a movie on it. I think that would be unbelievable. I am not usually a fan of first-person shooters. You guys have heard me say that a couple of times. Absolutely love Colonial Marines. My love of the Alien franchise, I think, overrules this. And I'm going to say the only drawback to the movie is it is really more of an interactive movie. You do a piece, you watch a long cutscene. You do a piece, you watch a long cutscene. The missions aren't that hard. Now, obviously, I have not played the missions through yet on the Ultimate Badass, which I will get to. So overall, I think the game is great. I'll talk about the final recommendations on the last slide. Okay, now the other half of today's review, Alien Isolation. This is a survival horror game. And I wasn't quite sure what they meant by a survival horror game. This game, everybody recommended this game to me last week when I said I was looking for something. They know that I like 7 Days to Die. They know that I like survival games. This game, let me tell you, is very frustrating in a good way. The graphics are unbelievable. Movie quality cinematics again. Outstanding gameplay graphics. One thing I will say is that the game is a little too dark, not like horror level, but contrast. For some people, maybe it's because I'm older. I had to up my contrast a little bit, especially on if I'm going to try to stream this. or make videos for it. The contrast is just way too dark. You can literally see nothing. Some people like that. It gets a little bit easier when you get the flashlight headset, so that goes away. But the first part, once the shutters go down, man, it's creepy. The audio, again, phenomenal. Those sharp horns and violins, they make you jump. The alien hissing, you'll go like periods of time, I don't want to reveal too much, but you'll go periods of time where you know the alien isn't anywhere near you. And then all of a sudden it decides that it wants to be near you again, and you just hear the hissing, and you know you're about to die. Like, you always need to know where somewhere to hide is, because you hear that hissing, and if you move too much, it's going to kill you. It will scare you to death, quite literally. The immersion, you hate to die in this game. The quick storyline is that you're Amanda Ripley. You are Ripley's daughter, Warrant Officer Ripley's daughter, and you're looking for what happened to your mom. You're looking for the story. Let me tell you, dying to synthetics is going to piss you off. They're so smug, and you're trying to bash them in the face with a wrench. I will say that I love the immersion in that ammo is like so rare. You can kill a synthetic with like 4 shots to the head, but you're not going to have 4 rounds of ammo. Easy gameplay. The controls are pretty simple, but there was a really, really horrible thing with the crafting interface that I didn't quite pick up. I actually will admit I had to go to the almighty Google to figure out what I was doing wrong. Crafting an item is really easy, but it's not like using it isn't intuitive, especially a med kit. So you're going to need to know those. Other than that, it's literally just hold Q and then cursor over the item and then let go of Q, press R, but let go of Q, and then you'll use the item, or you'll have the item available for use. Other than that, lots of things to build. You build like claymore mine or electronic mines to kill the synthetics, noisemakers, really, really in-depth details. It's absolutely unbelievable. Even more so if you know the Alien franchise. I'm gonna say that it's mentally stimulating. The puzzles are challenging. Little wonky early on in the game, like on the lowest levels of the game, not like difficulty, but of the station. There's places you can't get into because you need like a plasma torch or an ion torch. I'm not far enough through the game yet to know when I'm going to backtrack to there. But I want to, because I'm like, there's stuff in there and I want to go find out what it is. But yeah, mentally stimulating. I'm actually stuck on a part, but that doesn't mean I don't like the game. It just means I have to keep doing it over and over. My recommendation, are these games worth playing? Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't be doing the video if I didn't recommend these games. Are they worth their Steam price? Alien Isolation and its full like downloadable content pack is $39.99. Absolutely think Alien Isolation is worth that Steam price. Aliens Colonial Marines. I hate to say this, but I don't think the game is worth $29.99 on Steam. I like to use the dollar an hour ratio. Do I get $1 per hour that I've played the game? And Aliens Colonial Marines doesn't meet that. I have beaten the game and all the downloadable content in 20 hours, so I don't think it's worth $29.99. My suggestion is to wait for them to be back on Humble Bundle. I think I got the pair of games combined for $18. I screwed up my Alien Isolation, so I had to buy a couple of the DLCs for 99 cents each. But keep checking back on Humble Bundle if you like these sort of games. And that's it for today, guys. I wanted to make sure to get something out there today. It's going to be a slow week. We're waiting for Bless next week. No real big Ashes news. So wanted to make sure I put something out there for people who are looking for something to do. Like I said, I wish I'd gotten this out to you while these were still on Humble Bundle, but just add them to your list and wait. Swing by my Discord if you want to talk, especially with Bless coming up. Join us on Wednesday and Friday this week for Paradoxical Impressions. I'm going to be playing a little Final Fantasy 14. I've gone back to that as my mainstay. And then as always, a special thanks to all of my sponsors. They are the people behind the Bless giveaways that I'll be doing later this month. All right, guys, take care. Have a good week. And maybe something else will pop up that I'll put a video out on. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? This video's up here to watch. You gotta go over here. hit the chibi, subscribe to the channel, check out the webpage, and I'll see you guys on Twitch.